Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to sit down literally on the floor and just talk to you guys about what it's like to travel when you're trying to heal your eczema. So I went to New York City and I challenged myself to try to eat on the stage 1 diet while I was there. And I wanted to see how hard it would truly be. Now, New York City is a place with so much food and so many healthy options. There's tons of vegan restaurants, there's a paleo restaurant. So I'm just gonna walk you guys through my experience in New York. It was a really cool time. I spent 4 days there. So we just got to our Airbnb. It is so cute. And the view is fantastic. And I was able to mostly eat on the stage 1 diet. I did have fun and eat some goodies. Like at the very last day, I ended up eating a burger from a place called Bear Burger in Queens. And I basically constructed my own burger. And so I got a bison burger as like the burger. And then I got a gluten-free bun. And so the reason I got bison as opposed to beef is that I actually just support the bison industry because they're a lot more healthy for our earth. So I got the gluten-free bun. They had all these different sauces that were vegan and gluten-free. And then I put like mushrooms and onions on it. And then I had sweet potato fries, and unfortunately they were fried. And if you know anything about eczema healing, then you know you have to stay away from fried foods. So while I was fine with my skin and everything, it does not feel good to eat greasy food. You just like feel it all day long. But that's beside the point. I mostly ate what I was supposed to eat, and I wanted to just share with you guys what you can eat if you are on the stage 1 diet and you're trying to travel. So one tip that I have is look for Asian restaurants and not Americanized Asian restaurants, because everything there is basically fried and it has gluten on it. But my favorites are Vietnamese and Japanese. And so we got to Queens and there was a Japanese restaurant, and the first thing I ordered was miso soup, clam soup, and I ordered a sashimi. And so sashimi is basically raw fish, and that's it. So I ordered that, and I dipped, instead of using soy sauce, I would dip the sashimi in the miso soup because it's salty and savory, and so it kind of gives the same feel as soy sauce. So the clam soup is literally just a bowl of broth, and it has the clams in it. So seafood's actually really healing. So shellfish like clams, mussels, oysters have so many nutrients in it that we need, like minerals. For example, they have zinc in them, and zinc is a huge component of a healthy immune system. So if you're trying to look for something that may increase your healing a little bit more and you can have seafood, try some shellfish because they're very healing. In addition to that, the raw salmon that I ate, the salmon itself has omega-3 in it, which is completely anti-inflammatory. It has so many nutrients in vitamins, minerals, B12, iron, all of it. And so that whole meal was so nutritious. Also, the miso soup is fermented. And so things that are fermented have probiotics. So miso soup is gut healing. So that whole meal was perfect. Throughout the journey of New York, we traveled from Queens to Manhattan for 2 of the days. So on the first day that we got there, we went from Queens to Manhattan. And so my friend really wanted to see Central Park, so I took her over to Central Park. And there was a place called Loco Coco, and it basically had like smoothies, acai bowls, different types of things like that. And so that's what we got. We just got a little bowl and we split it between us. However, you have to be very careful about places like this. Peanut butter that they're serving, if peanut butter can squeeze out of a container, it most likely has corn syrup in it, and that's a giant red flag. So if you ever go to like an acai smoothie bowl place and you order peanut butter and they squeeze it out like this, just know that it probably has corn syrup in it. So I wasn't too happy with what I was able to eat there. I was able to eat the base of what it is, and basically we just got frozen bananas blended. And you guys know, if you follow me on Instagram, @MichelleMills_, that I love making banana and ice cream, and it's basically just frozen bananas and then I put like carrot powder in it. So the base was nice, and then I topped it with like bananas, but I had to eat around all of the other like fun stuff. So then after that, we headed off to Central Park, and then we went to Whole Foods. And if you are ever in America and you're looking for a healthy place to eat, try to find the closest Whole Foods. Whole Foods is an amazing place to find the things that you need to eat. They always have a salad bar, and they usually have things that are labeled paleo, and they're also labeled vegan. And so when you go to their hot bars, there is this card that they put at the top of the glass. So the food's down here, and there's like glass, and then there's a card. And on the card, it usually tells you if it contains things that are common allergies. So it'll say if there's wheat in it, it'll say if there's dairy in it. And so then you'll be able to see like, okay, I can eat these things and I can't eat these things. So that's another pro tip for traveling. So basically that day ended, and we went to Times Square and had a really nice time. It's so bright, there's so much going on, and then we were able to see street performers, and they were so funny. They just kept making fun of the crowd, and so their whole bit was that they can jump very high and like over people. So that was cool.
Let's go! Yeah! Nice.
So we are out and about again. We are headed to Soho, Southern Manhattan, and we are going to do a bunch of things, and it's a surprise. I'm not telling her. But yesterday we mostly spent it in Manhattan. We went to Times Square. She got to see a street performer, which was pretty cool. And it was a really good day. We had lots of good food. We went to Beyond Sushi.
The sauce is like, it almost reminds me of like a ricotta cheese. Of course I do the stupid Italian thing. Oh my god.
And she had such a great time because she's vegan, and she got to have, Beyond Sushi basically has really fancy rolls. And then I had a roll which is stage 1 eczema friendly, and it had black rice with a bunch of different mushrooms on the inside. And then I asked for it without the sauce that comes with it. So I think that went pretty well. And then I also got a miso soup with that.
And the brownie.
Oh yeah, we were able to eat a brownie. It was sweet potato black bean brownie, and then it was sweetened with agave, and that went perfectly fine with everything. So yay! Now for day 2. And then we had day 2, and we went over to Manhattan again, but mostly we spent our time in East Village, and that was a lot of fun. So East Village, Chinatown, Little Italy, that whole area can be a lot of fun, and you can find things that you can eat. There's street vendors that have tons of fruit. You can find your fresh papaya there. That's really good for eczema. And then they have a market, and so it's like Canal Street Market, and there's so much to get there. And if you do go there, there is a coffee shop towards the front, and their coffee, they have a decaf, and it's been decaffeinated with the Swiss water method. So if you're just craving the taste of coffee, get their decaf coffee. And they actually have coconut milk that you can put in it. So that was a lot of fun. The other food in the market isn't that great to eat, but in East Village, there are so many vegan restaurants. There's raw vegan desserts, and the woman was so sweet. It's called like Rawsome treats, and we went in there and she spent so much time telling us about her business, telling us everything. So I'm gonna insert that clip now.
Yes.
All right.
Will you say your name?
My name is Wat. Hi guys! So everything we make here at Rawsome Treat is raw, plant-based, no processed sugar, gluten-free, dairy-free, and it's paleo-friendly. We offer by slice. Order slice is 10 and a flight 3 by size like this. So this is a slice, a flight you can mix and match any flavors you like. We have 12 flavors today. Let me go through the flavors if you want to hear.
Okay, we ended up getting matcha, tiramisu, coconut, black sesame, red velvet, pumpkin, and mint.
So after we went there, we went up to get pho, P-H-O. It's Vietnamese, and so that is so healing because the base of it is bone broth. And if you know me, you know that I always try to urge people to have bone broth because it's so healing to the gut. So that concluded day 2, and on to day 3, we kind of did the same thing. My friend really wanted to get her aura read, and so I have a funny little clip of her telling me all about her aura reading.
How was it?
It was good. Are you excited to see it?
Yeah. Am I gonna... No?
No.
Really? You're so rainbow. Can you tell me what it means?
Yeah, so apparently it goes in a circle. So this is like last week, and this is like the current, this is the future. So it says like my past was very like grindy and busy and like working really hard, and that now I'm about to like reap the rewards of that and like get new progress and new beginnings. They said that my aura is very like bright and very naturey, and that people find that comforting and like soothing.
We went back to Canal Street, and this was kind of a short day. We were pretty tired. She was a little bit sick, but just try to look for places where you know you can find things you can eat. Raw vegan restaurants are amazing. And one thing I didn't mention from the second day is we went to a place called Hue Kitchen. So Hue Kitchen is extremely paleo friendly, and they have a bunch of chocolate bars that you technically can eat, but I don't recommend it for stage 1. Wait till you're in like stage 3 for the chocolate, because their chocolate's vegan, paleo, everything. It's so clean, and they have really delicious nut butters that they put in their chocolate. But basically, I had to figure out what I could and couldn't eat. And for some reason, I thought I could have French toast. And I don't know why it didn't click in my head that French toast has eggs. So I'm gonna show you a clip of me being very disappointed in my choice. I think one of the best pieces of advice I could give is you kind of have to look up how things are made. So I accidentally ordered this like clean paleo French toast, but then I forgot how it was made. Well, French toast is made with eggs, and we can't have eggs. So I ended up getting this bowl of food, and then I found these chocolates, and it's chocolate covered cashews, so pretty excited about that. So after all that, I ended up getting a bowl with a base of rice and greens topped with chicken and sweet potato, and so that was really good. And that was that place. That was pretty fun. So just do your research. There's a app and a website called Happy Cow, and if you're in America, I don't know about other countries, but I do know vegans from that area will post different places to eat that are vegan friendly. So you can start there, because then you're at least eliminating dairy and eggs. From there, a lot of these places have menus that'll indicate if something's gluten-free. So I was actually, this isn't stage 1, but I indulged in a cheesecake, and it was so delicious. It was a raw vegan cheesecake, and it had a hint of lemon, which is exactly what I like. So that was really yummy. If you're in stage 3, you can definitely have that. It was really good. My friend loved it too. But that menu wasn't super friendly to stage 1. I didn't end up getting anything to eat. It had a lot of gluten, and then the things that didn't have gluten weren't that interesting, so there's that. I had such an amazing experience in New York City, and I hope these little clips can help you guys start to figure out how you can travel and stay on your diet. One big thing I did was I packed some food. And so, yes, when you fly, people can be a little suspicious of why you have like rice in your bag, but all you have to do is when you're going through the line, like the security line, just take your food out and put it in a container, and that way they won't have to search your bags. I did that. I packed rice and oatmeal and they had to search my bag. I also packed bone broth powder. I packed all of my supplements that I take daily. I love taking my vitamin D. I still take glycine because it helps me sleep. So I actually have this little container and it has these little sections, and so I put my different supplements in the different sections. So that could be really helpful for you guys to travel with as well. So one big thing about eczema is stress can make your eczema flare. So if traveling stresses you out, make sure to schedule times where you can relax. Go get a massage, go to a spa, lay in your hotel, lay in your Airbnb. My friend and I did that on Saturday night. We just went back home, laid in bed and relaxed. She was sick, I was tired. So that's one good way to manage your stress while traveling. Also know forms of transportation that'll stress you out. If you don't like riding a subway, take an Uber. If you don't like taking an Uber, walk. Just know yourself well enough to know when you feel stressed and how to relieve that stress. You may even want to exercise while you're traveling, so bring things that you can exercise in, bring your workout gear, bring your sneakers, and get your exercise in if that's how you relieve stress. So good luck to you, and if you go to New York City, in the description box, I'm going to put all of the places that I was able to eat at and what I ate there so that you guys can have a reference for when you go, possibly, to New York City. So I will see you guys in my next video. I hope this was helpful. Bye!
So, I am filming a video in classic New York. We have sirens outside, and my lovely friend is eating her breakfast, which is
A vegan curry chicken salad and a sushi sandwich.
Can we see that up close? Oh, that looks so bomb. And so this is actually vegan.
Crashing waves, I wanna see them at first light.